grocery store, and I was just thinking about um, what we were. My previous convo was about, people not gardening as much and growing their own stuff, and the food that's being produced now is getting all of that chemicals and stuff to make it grow faster, and we're eating it, and it's screwing our bodies up. And I said turnip greens. I meant collard greens also, and mustard greens. Like those are the three greens that I'm familiar with. Now, my mom used to grow this stuff called arugula. I can't honestly say I've ever had it. It's very colorful and pretty. But that was one of her favorite um, leafy green things to eat. And I think that is in the green family. I don't know much about it. I just remember her growing it. I'm trying to get out. It's just unbelievable how many cars are still out and about. Even though people are saying stay home, people aren't staying home. They just like me getting out and getting these stores and doing what they got to do. But I know a lot of this traffic is Christmas traffic. Like I don't have children, so I don't have to worry about holidays and stuff. I don't really celebrate holidays. Like I've said this over and over again. Like holidays aren't really important to me because I don't. It's just me and my dogs and my birds and my fish and my critters of habit. Can't get out. It's too many people. I should have went to the traffic light and tried to get out that way. But these people aren't playing around. They're trying to get their shop on. So, yeah, I wanted to do a winter garden. I had every intention of doing it, and it's just like it's December already. Like, forget it. I just might well plan for spring. And my brother was supposed to go and till up the garden. It's huge. It's still half overgrown. Like, I cleaned half of it off with the lawnmower. But the ants got in there. Those fire ants tore my ass up. And I finally got some boots, those kind of rubberized boots that, um, ooh, I can't see now. Big old truck came out in front of me and blocked my view. But I'm on the road finally. And so, okay, we're back. I think. Is it working? It seems really choppy. Hello? Okay, I think it's back. So anyway, their fire ants are in there, and I went in there with just tennis shoes, and they tore my ass up. Like them fire ants tore me up. So I only got half of the garden kind of um, mowed down to where we could go in there and till it. And we tilled it over, and it grew kind of back, and then I went back and mowed it down again. And then, so half of the garden is pretty much cleared, and then the other half is still overgrown. It needs to be, cut down and tilled up. And it's pretty big. So, we're all supposed to be like a family to get out there and, put our hands in the dirt together. But I seem to be the only one around enough to really do anything. And with my knee hurting all the time, it's hard for me to get out there and do it by myself because it's, like I said, it's a big garden. And so what I do is what they call container garden. And since my parents are no longer alive, I don't have anybody to consult about stuff. So I joined a Facebook group called Container Gardening Gone to Pot. And whenever I have questions about anything, I just take pictures and post it on Facebook and talk to the ladies and men on there. And 99% of them are really, really good about, responding. Um, and so, I thank God for them because I have a connection to people who garden, and they're all over the place, all over the U.S. and other places. And so that makes me really happy. And sometimes I'll exchange seeds with ladies locally I've done it with the different ladies in different states. They'll see something that I have, and if I have extra seeds, I'll send them to them. They've sent seeds to me, gardening seeds, flower seeds. I did it this year with just by posting a picture of some flowers that I had, and the lady didn't have the same color as mine, but I had harvested some, and she asked me if I would send her some, so I did. And she was really grateful, and she messaged me that she had received them. She was very happy, and I was happy to send them to her because the deer had ate them down. And I had a post about it in either Facebook or somewhere. Had them deer went and ate my flowers down. It was the little babies, those baby deer, and they have the whole woods to eat. And I was so pissed because it took me so long to grow them. And when they grow, oh my God, it was just beautiful. Like I had one day of beautiful. I was gonna the next day take a picture of it. And the next day I woke up and it was nothing but just stems. Like the flowers was just completely eaten down. And I knew it was them because I'd seen them running around in the yard. I should have let my dog loose on them, but I was afraid the mom would kick him. And then I'd have to, child, I burned the whole woods down over that dog. So I just, chopped it up, but they didn't mess with it again, and it grew back by the end of the summer, and I ended up harvesting some more seeds. And that last batch of seeds, I had a batch of seeds that I put like in a peel box, and I left it near my air conditioner, and it got wet, and they sprouted in there, and I threw them out because it went bad. And then the next batch, I put them in a paper bag and put them in a dry area in my car, and they dried out. And so I had seeds for next year, and I sent some to a lady because she really wanted them. And so I've got to figure out how to garden and keep the deer away from my stuff because, they'll eat. They won't come as close to the door of the house, but if I go farther out in the yard, they'll go out there, where the dog can't get to them, and they'll just eat away. And I wouldn't mind so much sharing with them, but it was just like a little compact batch. Like I could make a bigger batch of it somewhere further where they could have some. I wouldn't mind sharing with them, but then they come and eat my stuff up too. Like I'm like, well, I'm not trying to feed all of y'all babies and stuff, so I don't know. I've got to for the spring. I've got to figure out a way to either plant them where they're hanging, where they can't get to them, like up in the air or something, where they can't get to them, up on a shelf or something, like a hanging shelf on the side of the house where they can't get them, because they just little destructos. Like they come and eat up your plants, and it's hard. Like you go through all the work of planting and watering, and I'm very avid about watering my plants every day. I get up, that's part of my routine, along with all my animals. I'm outdoors. So I don't want my plants to get, eaten up. Like my garden is fenced in, and but raccoons and stuff go under the fence, and they go in there and destruct everything. So you gotta get a way to where I can grow stuff that the wildlife can't get to it and destroy it before you get to enjoy the visual aspects, and then collect some of the seeds and stuff, because I'm very conscious about seed collection and flowers and stuff and veggies, and sharing them, because that's how garden clubs work. Like everybody's sharing stuff with each other, and that also cuts down on pesticides and things, where people spray a lot of pesticides and stuff, like on their plants to keep bugs off. And my brother, he uses this organic stuff to kill bugs, like the fire ants. He's got this, I don't know what that stuff is, but it's some sort of mineral that he uses to kill them. And I was gonna try to get him to go out there and do it because he's got those boots. But now that it's winter, like the ants are gone. So now would be a good time to till it up. And that's not to say they won't be back in the spring, but you have to have a way to deter them from being in your garden. Like you have to work your garden with organic stuff to keep out pests and pesticides and critters. Like it's a lot of work, and I can't do it by myself. So that's why I do container gardening, so little pots of things around my house, or I'll just, since I'm in the middle of nowhere, nobody cares if I take a tote, you know, those totes, and put a hole in it and drop dirt in there and grow stuff in a tote. But I usually do totes and things like that just because it's convenient and easy for me to manage, as opposed to managing a whole big old garden that probably 20 people could be in there, you know, with a section to work. There is plenty of people down there who could do it, they just don't want to. So I don't know. I can only do so much. And like I said, I got attacked by those fire ants, and so I literally stopped. They stopped me in my track because my foot swelled up. I had a reaction to those stings because they stung me so bad, and it was not cute. And thank God now I have, you know, those rubber boots. They won't be able to get to me like that, as opposed to just wearing tennis shoes or whatever. And that's about it on that. So collard greens, winter greens, you know, I wish I had some greens. Those sound so good now that I want some. I have to buy them at the store, I guess. Oh, I see somebody's out over here. Look like they're putting out a blow up. I don't know what they're doing out there. And so, I still haven't seen the next episode of Maury. I'm still following all the actors and stuff on Instagram. I'm still waiting for the next episode to drop. I'm praying to God that nothing else has happened and that I'll get to see more, because it's one of my favorite BL series out of Thailand. And I'm still watching Unguarded. The next episode probably won't drop till next week. That's Jace TV. So follow Jace TV Productions on YouTube. And get caught up with all of the soap operas in Philippines. And I'm still waiting for Chon Lati to drop their next episode, which will probably be on the weekend. And I'm still watching One on Top on GMM TV Thailand. That's the modeling show with the Thai girls. They're all three so pretty. My God, so amazing. And I'm starting to watch more GMM TV stuff because it's popping up on my feed and I have nothing else to watch. And I'm obsessed with Thailand. I don't want to do any repeats right now. I'm not in repeat mode. I'm on my road, so I gotta go. I'll stop talking now. Bye, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Princess Ariel M, YouTube, Instagram, and I'm on Facebook, Ariel Emmy. So subscribe to me, share, like, donate, Cash App, PCESS, PCESSARIEL. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.